when the chips are down. Double impact.
Jump back and get ready, 'cause I'm gonna even the score. You thought I wouldn't be back for more, but I feel the fire burning in my soul. They kept me holding on to my goal, and I'm sure that now you know you're gonna get what's coming to you from me. I'll make you see you never should have done me no wrong, 'cause this time I'm twice as strong. My aim too true for you to overcome. You don't even know what I hold inside, and that's why I'm gonna make you feel the impact of my soul.
Hello guys, welcome back to yet another one with us, the Review Bros. We're obviously really excited. You guys have seen the thumbnail, you've seen the title, you know the drill, you know exactly what this product is. And it is the hyped version, new version should I say, of
Double Impact Hooligan versus Assassin. Obviously, we already covered the previous one, so how's this one going to compare?
We're going to give it 100% honest feedback, guys. The taste, the price, the label, and the effects. There's a lot of hype going on around this. We've got Rob over at Apollon to thank for sending it on over. Combined forces with Herbert at Unique Health Supplements here in the UK. There's not many units of this. That's why we're jumping this one to the front of the queue, as well as the fact you guys are asking on an hourly basis what our verdict is of it. So we're not going to keep you waiting. We're going to get into this right now.
Super hypey time. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, tick the bell icon, give the video a like, and let us know what you think of this.
Really appreciate it. Okay guys, first segment of the review, and people argue it's the least important point, which, you know what, to a fair degree it is, but with so much choice on the market, you can get cracking pre-workouts with also very good taste scores. So yes, I do think it is relatively important. Let's get into this one. It comes in bloodshot flavour. Sounds very friendly, doesn't it, to start us off?
Should taste like blood.
There we go. So we are looking at a very slightly rounded scoop. We've obviously used this a few times.
And we have weighed it out to be sure with these high stimmy ones.
23.28 to be very transparent and precise, which we like.
Quite
is a
beastly
very
round.
slightly rounded scoop. In was one. In goes two. Sweet, there we go. Bit of spillage. Right, let's do it. So that's your lid, Craig.
Cheers.
Here's my lid. Very, very excited for this one. To show you guys the potential of power. Yeah, boy.
It's looking like blood, isn't it?
It is. Next to no frothing, guys. We are looking at, on the bottom there, nothing out of the ordinary for a big scoop like that, to be honest with you.
Not bad.
I actually don't think that's bad at all.
There's a few fine little bits, but that will just go as you drink.
Honestly, look. There we go. Not bad at all. Let's see.
We'll pretend it's our first time for the dramatic expressions, because you guys love it. Let's go.
Bloodshot going down. That's okay.
Wow, that's not bad, is it?
No.
So how authentic was that?
That was dramatic.
Wow.
I don't really know what to say that tastes like. Like a bomb, almost like a bombsicle flavour.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And as you'll see in the label section, they've got some seriously hard to mask stuff in there.
I'm really trying to put my finger on. I've been trying to put my finger on it for days, what it tastes like.
It's very unique, isn't it? I've never had a pre that tastes just like this. Obviously, there's bombsicle elements to it, but there's an undertone that's
There's a
different,
slight
isn't
spice behind it. Very minor. Very, very minor. It's definitely a candy-esque taste. It's quite sweet.
Yeah, like assassin bombsicle vibes, but not quite.
I don't even know if it's spice or if it's sourness. I don't know, but it's nice. Honestly, honestly. Score out of 10?
Do the countdown.
3, 2, 1. 8 out of 10.
Yeah. It's good because it's unique. Like, you're not going to find any other pre that tastes like this, I don't think. Like,
Yeah, I'll be honest. And like Craig mentioned, for what's being masked, it's probably a 10.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's good. It is good. It is very good. It's very, very doable.
That's the important
with
thing.
no complaints. So
You won't struggle.
a great start. Let's move into the price. We are into the money talking time, the price of this product, and we're going to compare it to other products on the market on today's pre-workout caliber scale. I can tell you we're going to talk about it from 2 points of the world. We're going to talk about it in the USA where it's manufactured and primarily is, and here in the UK at Herbert's Unique Health Supplement store. So, starting us straight away, we have a nice 15% off code at the official Apollon website. RB15 knocks 15% off of any of the products there. So do use that if this is something that interests you guys. I can tell you it comes in, using that code, at $57.75 and it is only 20 servings. So I can tell you that's $2.89 per go. Which, if you are new here, you won't know this fact. We have a consistent pre-workout scale when it concerns pricing, and it only comes in at a 1.5 out of 10. So it is, no doubt about it, a lot more expensive than an average pre-workout, but you could argue this is a lot more than an average pre-workout.
And for UK guys, if you head over to uniquehealthsupplements.co.uk, we use our discount code ReviewBros10, you can pick it up for £53.99 or £2.69 per go. And that does actually come to a 0 out of 10 on our price scale, but obviously that's the import fees, all that palaver, getting it into the country. So bear that in mind. Also bear in mind the fact you might not even need a full scoop, so you could get 30 servings out of it or more if you wanted to go 3/4 scoop, half scoop, you'll see.
Easy, and we've kind of said this before. It's like a concept car. It shouldn't exist. It's an ultra rare, very, very limited edition pre-workout. It's not going to be around for long at all. So that is why we think it is priced more than an average product. Plus, if you're buying a Ferrari or a supercar, of course you're going to pay more than an average, you know, a Ford or a blimmin' Skoda, for example.
Which would be C4, for example.
So that's why it is more expensive. Can you justify that cost? We're going to move into the label and the effects and probably explain to you why that pricing element isn't shocking. So let's get into label first. So guys, we are into the label and we're going to be keeping this as basic as we can because it is a stacked label. We don't want to keep you here for 10 minutes talking about science of ingredients. So if any of the ingredients interest you, want to look a bit further into it, then do a little bit of research, guys. Very interesting ingredients indeed. And it's a nice, healthy 23.89 gram scoop. No, 2.8, sorry. But very transparent. We love to see that.
Exactly. So we've got some B vitamins and whatnot at the top, general bodily function, you know, background stuff, good to see in there. But let's get into the meat and potatoes. We've got the double impact performance matrix. First up, L-citrulline pure at 7 grams.
Very good dose for the blood flow and the pumps. Good.
Lovely. Beta-alanine, 3.5 grams.
Above the clinical 3.2 for the itchy, tingly feeling and endurance once it's built up in the system. One of our favourite ingredients.
Betaine anhydrous, 2.5 grams.
Lovely jack of all trade ingredients for endurance, pumps, all sorts of goodies. Really, it's really good.
Nice. L-tyrosine, 2 grams.
Double the normal, guys, for the focus and concentration aspect.
Agmatine sulfate, 1.5 grams.
Works with the L-citrulline at the start there to give you long-lasting nitric oxide boosting pumps.
Lovely. Then we've got lion's mane extract, a gram.
Which is way above the normal, guys, for the focus, concentration, the nice nootropic ingredient.
Lovely. Alpha GPC, 600 milligrams.
Works very, very well with that lion's mane. Again, more focus, more concentration. That's the third concentration ingredient so far.
Lovely. It doesn't stop there. We've got beta-phenylethylamine, HCl, 500 milligrams.
Again, tying in so nicely. We're looking at laser focus in the gym, concentration, clarity for days.
Caffeine anhydrous, 450 milligrams.
Above the average, guys, for sure. That's the first caffeine element of this pre-workout. 4.5 cups worth of coffee for stimulation and energy to get moving in the gym.
How about that then? Then we've got Juglans Regia, 300 milligrams.
Dubbed the natural variation of DMHA, the potent central nervous stimulant. Again, more energy and euphoria and hopefully mood boosting element.
Theobromine, 300 milligrams.
Energy, mood boosting effects, really nice to see. More stimulation as well.
Himalayan pink salt, 300 milligrams again.
Which is a little bit low. We have seen that higher. In absolute truth, it's the first ingredient, but it's still at a respectable dose. I must emphasise that for the pumps, the muscular contractions.
Nice. Then we've got Rhodolia rosea extract, 300 milligrams again.
Which is a nice ingredient for the anti-stress, anti-anxiety properties that some of these hardcore stimulants can bring, so it's going to give a nice edge.
Nice. Then we've got dicaffeine malate, 200 milligrams, yielding 150 of caffeine.
And so that tops it up to 600 milligrams of caffeine from the caffeine sources alone. which is a longer digesting version effectively. It's going to keep you energized when the caffeine anhydrous starts to taper off.
Hopefully no crash. Then we've got Elevate ATP, your registered ingredient, 150 milligrams.
Which is helpful endurance benefits, oxygen uptake, hopefully performance benefits and athletic skill. Let's go.
Power time. Then we've got Hordenine HCl, 75 milligrams.
Which is a nice fat burner that's also been shown to have mood elevating effects, along with a bit of euphoric focus.
Nice. Estrogen, 50 milligrams.
Which is a nice digestive aid there to really biosimulate all these ingredients as efficiently as the body can, and there is a lot to do so I think it's very important to get that in there.
Noopeps, 30 milligrams.
Nootropic. Nootropic, very nicely tied in together, more focus and energy.
A very highly rated one at that. Then wrapping off, we've got Alpha Yo at 2 milligrams.
Which is a respectable dose, guys. It's not too high, and it's definitely not too low for the fat burning, potent effects that it can bring. It'll give you more energy to tie in with the other fat burning ingredients here.
Probably the best pre-workout label we've ever seen in terms of like just wow factor. It's got, come together.
Yeah, it's got absolutely everything there, guys, and that is why we're looking at a higher price tag. There's no denying it. There's no way they can make that any cheaper. Let's see how it comes together in the effects section. Guys, we are into the effects of this product. Let's be honest with ourselves here. This is the reason you are here. Is this going to be the right product for you? Should you be lucky enough to get your hands on a tub of this stuff? And we're going to keep this 100% honest, as we always do. We've used this 3 times a piece, including just now. We've just got back from a nasty shoulder session. And boy, let's just start off by saying this is very potent stuff. But we're going to rewind a little bit to the beta-alanine effect.
And it kicks in mediumly. It's in here at 3.5 grams, so it's above the clinical, but we think it's one of those scenarios where your body's just digesting so much, the beta-alanine does take a bit of a backseat. So fit 5 or 6 out of 10 on the tingle scale, so it is very much apparent. But you know what? It's not a big deal because you're too busy getting slapped by everything else.
Yeah, that caffeine anhydrous at 450 does literally give you a nice backhand, and then on the right-handed punch, it hooks you with the Alpha Yo, which comes in actually to a nice level. Not an over-the-top jitters, dribbly mouth, cold, illness, sweat feeling. It's not too bad. It's manageable.
Yeah.
And in fact, the harder you train, the more it goes away. And I think that's the same with that slap of caffeine. You do get a bit of pre-training jitters.
Yeah.
But it, again, quite mild. And to be honest with you, very expected with a formula like this.
It gives you that sense of urgency to get cracking. It's like Hooligan is bottling you over the head, like, come on then, and the assassin's shanking you in the back. And it just gets you moving.
It is, and as soon as you start training, that negative of jitter does really go away. It 100% comes in with a nice level focus. The focus for me, honestly, is probably the strongest aspect of this pre-workout. Maybe entwined with that energy, because the two of them
come together nicely.
The two of them together literally make you obliterate your training session. I mean, it really forces you through the weights.
Limitless pill vibes.
Absolutely. Not so much from a euphoric highness standpoint.
No.
You don't necessarily get that.
It's not a muck around pre. It very much is a serious, you know, you're going to kill your training and you're going to be super dialed into your training. It's not a float around like social, you know, muck around one. It is very much kill the weights, like the assassin on the front there.
Absolutely. A lot of you guys are going to be asking the question, does that Juggler's Regia have a DMHA feel? The honest answer is no.
Not a typical like, woo, DMHA.
No, I don't feel high. I don't feel over the top euphoric, which can come with nausea. No nausea with this, or appetite suppression. I'm quite hungry each and every time I use this.
Yeah, weirdly, yeah.
So therefore, it's more of an energy-driven pre-workout, which is, in my opinion, a very good thing as well. You've got highness pre-workouts, you've got energy-driven. This one is more down the energy-driven route.
And even with that energy-driven route comes very nice, well, I was going to say surprising, but actually, you know, it's pretty packed in there for pumps as well as the Hooligan element. So you get really nasty contractional pumps, as well as the fact the energy is making you train like a nutcase, so then you're building up pumps on your own as well.
And coming with those pumps is a nice level of contraction, maybe from that pink Himalayan salt, but you do feel very much mind in the muscle. Those focus ingredients, like I mentioned, focus is off the scale good with this product. You are absolutely killing it, and you really honest, hand on heart, have to drag yourself away from the gym.
Yeah, we'd done too much, in fact, for shoulders. We were like, right, we better wrap it up now.
Absolutely, guys. This is potent. So guys, we're going to mention some label differences between the V2 and the V1, and you're very correct if you're thinking it, if you've watched reviews before. We don't normally talk about the label at all in the effects section because we blind test it, but I do believe it's an explanation as to a point we're going to make after these label differences. Go for it. Tell them what was in the old one.
Let's get into it. So we've got DMAE and isopropanolsinephrine, which isn't in that one.
Absolutely, guys, but in the new version is the nicely dubbed Juglans Regia and a slightly lower dose of alpha-yohimbine. Now, why are we mentioning these changes? Because the changes, in my opinion, might sound negative to some. This is a less weighted scoop than the new one.
27.89.
But that being said, guys, this new version feels a lot more manageable, a lot more usable, and the elements actually come together better than the V1. Not night and day difference. I'd be lying to you if I said night and day, but a good 10% better in each area. Maybe not the pumps, but definitely the energy and focus in the new one.
Yeah, just tightening up a few loose screws, you know, because you don't get that dirty synephrine hit, which is in this one, and you also don't get the added alpha-yo negatives that come from that extra 0.5 milligram,
Yeah,
which every little bit adds up, right?
Yeah, 0.5 milligram, believe it or not, is a huge amount. So this one, like I mentioned, more manageable, more friendly, more usable, but still very potent. Something I've got to emphasize, guys. Unless you are the absolute most advanced of pre-workout users, do not exceed 3/4 of a scoop of this one, because it will literally assassinate you and it will leave you screaming in the dirt. It is very strong.
Yeah, so Stim Junkies, full scoop. Sweet Spot 3/4 scoop, and you get 30 servings, by the way. And if you want a more daily driver-esque feeling, not saying it is a daily driver, but half scoop.
Yeah, even quarter a scoop.
Literally, yeah.
A quarter of a scoop will still give you some nice energy feels. I mean, do the maths on the label,
That's what I was going to
guys.
say, yeah, it speaks for itself. I mean, yeah, you don't even need that much, really.
So if that sounds right for you guys, don't hang around. Get this product whilst you can. It's if you're into pre-workouts and you want a nice stack, this is almost a must.
It's a collector's item, isn't it, really, to a degree?
Yeah, a massive well done to Apollon. Again, pulling new products out and smashing them out the park. Very good.
Brand of the year
Very
potential?
good. Absolutely brand
Let
of
us
the
know.
year. Guys, appreciate you watching along. We want to thank you and let us know what you thought of this product in the comments below. Would you risk taking something this potent? Have you used it? Have you used anything else from Apollon Nutrition? What else do you want to see us get reviewed? You know, the questions are unlimited, guys. Drop them in. It helps us, helps the algorithm, and you know what, we really do appreciate it, and we're going to try our very best to get back to each and every one of you. But it's at this stage of the reviews. We say it.
As always,
Stay!
Stim!
And this'll do it, 100%.
Double Stim.